Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 49-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pits. Not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it's not for you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank all my new pit members and followers for subbing up, following, and smashing them likes. We're building this pit. I couldn't do it without you guys. I'm sorry I didn't do my hair today. I just didn't feel like it. Anyway, I do have giveaways. They're just little knickknacks and souvenirs from the pit that I like to send out. It's my appreciation to you. And couldn't thank you guys enough for really helping build up the show, and I appreciate all the interaction. So with that being said, the topic of today's pit was brought to me by one of my newest pit members on TikTok, and so this one's for you. He goes by the handle of Sin No More, and pretty seems to be a pretty cool guy, so I'd check him out if I were you and just give him a listen. So topic of today's pit will be 'Tis the Season. And drop comments. Let me know what you guys think about this. Okay, so we're at the cusp of the holiday season here in America. We got Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas, New Year's, and I throw the Super Bowl in there as like the last holiday because it kind of technically is. And when you're all like triple and quadruple cursed the way I am, I got a little birthday in there between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So for those of you that know my story, yeah, I'm working on like 7 years sober in July, so no problem there. I don't crave it anymore. Just don't want it. Don't need it in my life. I like to say that Christ Himself took it out of me. Alice Cooper, I watched a good thing on the other day. I was completely unaware of it. My wife actually was the one that told me about him, and I watched it. And he had a good expression that he said Christ healed him. I feel the same way. Christ healed me. Is relapse possible for me? I strongly doubt it. Not with where my faith is and where Jesus has brought me to today. And I ain't going back. There's an expression I saw in a meme. I will not go back to what almost killed me. That's just stupidity. But these holidays are coming up, and we spend this time with family. And how many of these events were jacked up by let's say a drunk uncle? Your aunt drank too much, some friend of the family got too damn drunk, and starts ruining these holidays. Or then you grow up like I did, you become have issues with alcohol, become an alcoholic like I did, and you're the uncle or the cousin or the guy that's coming over and destroying the holiday. These should be things we take soberly. The Thanksgiving dinner. If you like wine, I never did. I never drank it, but I got, if you like wine and you're the type of person that can have one and not think about it for the rest of the year, then have a glass of wine with your dinner. Don't drink the bottle. That's what I'm trying to say. Same thing with the Christmas and New Year's. And Super Bowl obviously is a big, tailgating, heavy drinking, food, kegs, that kind of situation. And when I was younger, I would have said, hey, that's a lot of fun. I don't want to stop doing that. That's fun. But was it? Every time I got taken out of a house because I was knocking over a Christmas tree on accident, couldn't even walk across the living room. Or every time I hit on the guy's wife whose house I was at. Things like that. I was a horrible drunk. Most of you people would not have liked me very much when I was drinking. And like New Year's, how many damn New Year's did I ring in that I don't remember? And I committed the worst thing I've ever done in my life, on New Year's Eve. Was the night I committed my crime that got me my prison term. Indulging a little too much, yeah, you could say that to put it lightly. And the other thing that comes to this is a byproduct that I just can't stand this, is drinking and driving. I got a DUI in 1999. That was like my first real run-in with the law. And of course, it was my first offense, and I caught a deal, and I just did a little community service, paid a fine, went to the school, got SR22. It's a big hassle. At the end of the day, that day that I got the DUI ended up costing me like $15,000 because I knocked a telephone pole down. I went right through a telephone pole. Had to pay for the pole. And that was a very expensive afternoon for me. I started drinking that day about 7 in the morning. So, yeah, like when it comes to a topic like this, I always say this, and it's almost to ad nauseum by now, but of sinners, when it comes to this, like Paul said, I am the chief. I know I've been out in front of liquor stores at 5:30 in the morning in February, freezing, with my cousin, leaning against each other, waiting for the liquor store owner to open the doors at 6 a.m. so we could buy beer again. Out here in California, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., no more selling or serving of alcohol. So yeah, I've been down in them trenches, and trust me, I ain't got much, but what I got now is a hell of a lot better than leaning against that liquor store. Drinking and driving, I want to say this right now. We lose a lot of people. I don't have the actual statistic right here, but we lose a lot of people, man, to that. We lose a lot of people. Whether it's just the guy, single car accident by himself, or the guy that, takes out the family of four, but he's drunk and somehow walks away from the wreck, the way I did. I went right through a pole and got out like I had just parked my car at Walmart somewhere. It was unreal. They say it's because you're all flexy and you flow with it. But a DUI is the most preventable. It's the most preventable and probably the stupidest crime that somebody can commit, because you have to actively choose to do it. Now, I like to go to bars when I was drinking. I like to burn them down and then go off to the after party kind of thing. And I did a lot of risks until the day I got my DUI. And I'll be honest with you, even though I kept drinking after that, before I finally gave it up, I never drank and drove again. My dad had told me something when I was younger about that, when I started getting to the age of going to the same bars he was going to, and they would tell him he left really jacked up last night. Well, he gave me a really good talk about that. He's like, hey man, if you can afford to drink at a bar, you can afford a cab. And I worked for him at the time. I was making really decent money for a kid my age back in 98, 97. But he was right. You stick $10 behind your driver's license, and when you run out of money, you say, call me a cab, and pull that 10 out, and you go home safely. Like I said, drinking and driving is it is the most preventable crime ever. Don't drink, or don't drink and drive. It's that simple. But a lot of us, well, not me, but hopefully not me, but a lot of Americans will succumb to this charge here. Every year you check the bookings, and you see all the DUIs, and it's sad, because you shouldn't have to do that. So I'd like to challenge my pit members this year. Those of you who don't have problems, whatever. I hope none of you guys have problems. But let's see if we can get through these holidays without, well, let's say it like this. Let's say if we can get through these holidays remembering these holidays. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about. It ain't about getting around with your friends and your family and drinking until you don't remember things. It's supposed to be about reflecting on stuff. And especially when you get into the Christmas aspect of it. There's no way you're going to convince me Christ wants you to get up to the table and just start swilling wine. He wouldn't approve of that either. So anyway, so with all that being said, I'll wrap it up right here. Stay vigilant, America. Keep looking forward, but once in a while look behind you. I may touch on this later as we get closer to the holidays, but I think I've said enough on it today to say my piece on it. So drop comments. Let me know what you guys think. And, God bless each and every one of you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, be safe, be healthy. Call someone you love. Go give someone you love a hug. Tomorrow's not promised. And God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in. And be safe, guys. Be safe out there. It's not just you on the road. It's not just you at the party. And, you don't want your family to see you in that light. It's not a good look. And they'll be proud of you. For changing. Trust me, I know. And it's hard, but it can be easy with Christ. So anyway, stay vigilant. That's all I got to say right now. I'll be back should the platforms allow it. So until that time comes, stay tuned. And drop me comments. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all you guys.